parking brake check. So right now I'm just waiting for pressure to build back up to an adequate pressure range. Anything above 90 psi is considered adequate. Okay, I'm above 90 psi, so I've got enough air to do this test now. So to do a parking brake check, I'm just simply going to put the transmission into drive and make sure that the parking brake holds me. That's it. So there we go. It's holding me. Parking brake works. Good test. Back to neutral. Next on my list is service brake check. So I'm going to release my parking brake, pull forward a couple of feet, gently apply the service brakes to make sure they're working, and I want to make sure that both hands are on the wheel, because when I brake, I want to make sure that the wheel doesn't pull left or right, which would indicate my brakes being out of adjustment. So I'm going to release my brake, put it in drive, and pull forward gently, just a couple of feet. Gently stop. There we go, service brakes work, and I didn't feel a pull. So everything feels good. Okay, next on my list, lighting indicators. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the engine off. I don't need the engine on for all of this. I know that I have 5 lighting indicators on my dash, and one of them is ABS, but I don't believe this bus has ABS because of its age. So I'm going to turn my key to the on position and look for an ABS light. This truck does not have ABS. So moving on with the rest of my lighting indicators. Got to have my key on so that I can see my lighting indicators for this test. I'm going to start with left turn signal right here, right turn signal, 4-way flashers right there, and high beam indicator. So I got to turn my headlights on, and there's my high beam indicator. It's very dim, but I can see it there. High beam indicator. So that's 4 out of 5 lighting indicators that I have. They all work. Next is emergency equipment. So over here we have a fire extinguisher that's secure and properly charged in the green. I have 3 red reflective triangles. They're not damaged or missing. And I have spare fuses over here in my box. Okay, next on my list is windshield and traffic monitoring devices. That means mirrors. So I'm inspecting my windshield and my mirror glass. I want to make sure that they're secure, they're not cracked, there's no flaws, they're clean, and I have no obstructions except for maybe an inspection sticker, a DOT inspection sticker in the corner if I have one. Lastly, I want to make sure that my mirrors are adjusted properly for me. Okay, next is going to be my wipers and washers. So I'm going to test my wipers to make sure they're working. Okay, I have 2 switches here for this. So my wipers are working, and now I'm inspecting the arms and blades. I want to make sure that they're secure, they're not broken, damaged, or missing. And I would use washer fluid if I had some to clean my windows. Next on the list is going to be heater and defrosters. So I want to put my fan to high, put it in the temperature to hot, and then feel to make sure I'm defrosting on the windshield. Looks good. Next is going to be my horn. Horn works. Okay, now I'm going to move into a new category. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, I got everything in that category. So now we are going to move on to the next category, which is passenger and school bus only. So this is just passenger. Next on my list is passenger entry and lift. So what I'm gonna inspect here is for passenger entry, we have no lift on this bus. I'm gonna turn the key off. That's annoying. So passenger entry, I wanna inspect my door to make sure that my door opens and closes properly from inside the bus, as well as outside the bus if needed. And I wanna make sure that my door seal is intact. That's the seal here. Let's see. I'm gonna inspect my entry steps. I wanna make sure that my steps are all secure. There's no objects or debris or slipping hazards, and the treads are not peeling up. I wanna make sure that my entry light, which I have an entry light right here, I wanna make sure that the light is working properly and that the lens is not cracked, damaged, or missing. This is a clear white light. Let's see, next on my list is emergency exit. Oh, I'm not done with my passenger area. I also want to make sure that my handrails for entry and exit, they're securely mounted. They're not damaged, bent, and no missing hardware. Okay, next on my list is going to be passenger seating. So I want to make sure that all my passenger seats are in good condition. So what I'm inspecting for is the frames and the cushions. So first, I want to make sure that the frames are all securely mounted and bolted to the floor and the sides of the bus. No loose or missing hardware. And the frames are not cracked or damaged. And then I want to inspect all of my cushions to make sure that they are secure and they're not ripped or torn or missing. Okay, next is going to be, looks like I started to skip one, so I'm going to back up a little bit. Emergency exits. So I want to point out that I have 4 emergency exits. I have 2 roof exits and 2 door exits. So I have a emergency roof exit here and one here. And then I have a door exit there and a door exit here. I'm required to demonstrate at least one emergency exit works. So I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm going to lift this handle and I expect to hear a buzzer to indicate that the door is open. And I'm going to inspect the door to make sure that the hinge is secure and not damaged, and that the seal is intact, and that the door latches secure from the inside. Okay, I heard the buzzer. I have the key off at this time, so that's why it didn't stay on. And the door closes securely. So that's our 1 emergency exit demonstrated. Okay, next is going to be passenger monitoring devices. So for passenger monitoring device, this bus is not equipped with a camera, but this mirror right here is our passenger monitoring device. So just like my side mirrors, I want to make sure that my passenger mirror is secure, it's not cracked, there's no flaws, it's clean, and it's adjusted properly for passenger viewing. Okay, so that's my passenger category. I got everything there. Now I'm going to move on. I'm skipping school bus. Now I'm moving on to light operations check. So from my driver's seat, I'm going to operate all the lights on the front and on the back of the bus. I'm going to ask the examiner to step outside. First, go to the back of the bus on my driver's side so I can see you in my mirror. And I'm going to operate the lights. You just let me know if each light is working properly. You can either give me a thumbs up or just yell, yep. So please go ahead and go to the back of the bus and I'll operate the lights. Please go to the back of the bus and I'll operate the lights.
You want me to hit stop?
It doesn't matter. We just want to do it.
Okay.